Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
Well, speaking of ripping into people, your pal and our pal, Bill Peters, wrote you an interesting email this week. Not about Jim, who's listened to Nostradamus 100 some odd times, but about another guy who evidently... Now, I'm assuming that this guy listens to us?
I guess he listens to us. To me it was just interesting that this caused hostility in Bill Peters, arguably the nicest guy any of us have ever met.
Yeah, Bill is probably one of the most quiet, unassuming guys. He just kind of comes to a show, hangs out at a club, doesn't bother anybody, talk to you, all evening and chat about metal and, everything else. But he's like one of the least confrontational guys you'd ever meet.
Of all the guys you're ever going to meet, if you were in a bar and everybody was wasted and the typical shit-talking started to where a fight was going to start, Bill would, A, be the very last guy to ever do that, and B, would be the very last guy in the club to ever throw a punch.
Right. So Bill writes to you, sends you an email to let you know that some guy confronted him on behalf of you.
About me.
Well, which is interesting in itself, because why would this guy confront Bill about you?
I have no idea. I don't even know who it is.
Okay. So Bill writes to you, or should I get my best Casey case? I'm going, and he writes.
And Bill writes.
Hey, Chris. I got into an argument with some guy last night at the Trouble show with Corey Clark singing for Trouble. Was a train wreck, and there were only about 50 people in attendance, by the way. Oh, not good.
Nope.
So if you weren't aware of it, Corey Clark of Warrior Soul is fronting the Chicago doom rock band Trouble.
And apparently not drawing many people.
Yeah. So anyway, evidently Bill was at the show.
Yeah.
And he said you were bashing the Metallica album on your show.
I was bashing the Metallica album.
That's what he's saying.
All right, continue.
He said at first you did not like the single. Well, I think a lot of people didn't like the single. I know when we listened to we had a live recording.
Uh-huh.
And
right.
Yeah, we talked about that, and we said live it just kind of fell flat.
You said that. I remember liking it.
Okay.
I remember specifically getting into it with MOL, because MOL was saying stuff about he wanted to push a pencil through his eardrum, and I was like, "You're crazy. This is great."
Okay.
So I liked that, but I think we're talking about The Day That Never Comes, and we both were kind of like, sounds like a lot of other stuff, but whatever.
Okay. He said at first you did not like the single, then he said you liked the album, and now are saying that you don't like the album.
Okay.
All right, well, this guy must not be listening very closely to the Classic Metal Show, because I'm the one who said I'm not digging the album, and Chris is standing behind the album, tooth and nail.
1,000% love the album. I love the album. Let's make that clear, dummy that's messing with Bill Peters about me.
No, enough with the dummy.
No, not enough. This guy's a dope. I like the album. Do you hear me? I like it.
You just use the word dummy when you don't know the answer.
Look, if you want me to start on this topic, then I'll go there. Don't tease me here. I'm ready to fire on that topic.
Okay. I told him that was not true, and that from our discussion, you did like the album.
I do like the album.
I don't know why I bothered arguing with this guy, but he was starting to get on my nerves and accusing you of flip-flopping.
What am I, a political candidate?
Yeah, who are you? Osama bin Laden or Osama bin Sadin, or You know, that guy that's running for president.
Right.
Obama Simblabin, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
This is not the case, right? Just what I needed to hear with my cracked rib hurting and trouble sounding so bad. Bill.
Can you believe somebody wants to start shit about me with somebody else?
What is Bill, your spokesperson or your mouthpiece, or what is it?
I guess. I didn't know I had a representative, but thanks, Bill. I appreciate it.
Wow. So, so that's very interesting. Some guy would approach Bill Peters in a club and argue to him about you, but, you know, being Bill evidently speaks for you. What do you have to say about it, Bill?
Because I got nothing to lose, and these people know that I'll put in my mouthpiece and jump into their dick hole.
Thanks, Bill.
Wow. Bill's more confrontational than I gave him credit for.
Yeah, I was stunned by this email. I cannot believe. First of all, I can't believe that anybody could have listened to this show, even in passing, and not known that I love the Metallica album.
True, because you've been defending it for the last 3 weeks.
I mean, since we've had it, I've loved it.
Right.
And you don't like it.
No, I said I'm not. It just hasn't caught fire with me. I just haven't. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, but there's zero flip-flopping from me. The closest I'll come to a flip-flop on this whole topic is to say that I like the song The Day That Never Comes a lot better now that I've listened to it, 50 times than I did when we first heard it. But we first heard it live on the show.
Right.
It was the first time we listened to it.
Well, Evil Batman in the chat room has a good point. Maybe Chris wears flip-flops. Maybe that's what he meant.
That's a good point.
Maybe that's what he was saying. Maybe you wear flip-flops. And,
well, let me just...
And Corey Clark was wailing so bad that Bill just didn't hear him right.
It could be. Well, let me just make a blanket statement to anybody that listens to the show and thinks that I'm doing anything, thinks that I'm a dick, thinks that I'm great, thinks that I'm flip-flopping, thinks that I'm anything. Call the phone number and address it with me. Stop harassing people at concerts that know me to argue about me.
Well, what I find funny is that why does it matter what you think one way or the other?
Well, I know, but I agree with that too. Who cares what I think? But stop harassing my friends about me. They don't give two shits what I say.
Or think. It's like, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, I'm quite sure that the last thing Bill wanted to do when he was at the Trouble Show was argue about the merits of if I like or hate the Metallica record. I mean, come on.
Look at MOL in the chat room. Are you fucking shitting me? It's true. I just read the email as it was written from Bill Peters. So that's just, it's like, you know what Chris said, man?
Dude, I know you're and this is how that conversation went too. Dude, I know you're friends with Chris over there at the Classic Metal Show, but that dude's a lying piece of shit.
Yeah. He flip-flop on the Metallica album, man.
Dude, what a fag. First he said he hated it, then he said he liked it. Guy can't give a straight opinion.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it, Bill? I know you hang with him.
All right, who do you want to be? You want to be Bill or do you want to be me?
I'll be Bill. I'll play the subtle, kind of low key, no nonsense, no agenda Bill.
All right, here we go. You ready? So, dude, this concert sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, Corey's not sounding as good as I had hoped.
He sucks almost as bad as your friend Chris Aiken.
Oh, Chris Aiken sucks?
Well, dude, he's such a phony, dude. The guy first he said he hated the Metallica. Now he says he loves it. The guy can't even come up with a real opinion, man.
Well, I think you need to take that up with Chris. I don't really speak for him.
Well, dude, I know you know him, man. You got to let him know he can't be such a puss and change his opinion all the time.
Well, again, dude, that's Chris's opinion. I haven't heard what his opinion is, one way or the other. And even if I had, why are you talking to me about it?
Oh, dude, I know you talk to him all the time, and you could let him know from me that he's a fag.
I don't know if I have a response for that.
Because I got nothing to lose, and these people know that I'll put in my mouthpiece and jump into their dick hole.
Look, you just tell him. You sit through this Corey Clark, and then you get on the phone. In fact, call him right now. I know you got his phone number in your cell.
I'm not in the business, man.
You think we're close to how this thing went down?
Probably. You get a few beers in this guy, and he's got, Bill is somehow responsible for you.
Yeah. Well, apparently this guy's not responsible for hearing me since I never said this.
Right.
What a dope.
Oh, that's funny.
God damn, dude. But seriously, if you got a problem with me, the phone lines are open, all right?
Yeah, 800-497-5891 if you want to chime in.
Yeah, if you hate me, you can always call and we can address it.
Right.
Me, I'll address it with you. You don't need to go to Bill Peters or anybody else
or
that
Billy
you know.
Morris.
Yeah, or Billy Morris or Matt the Warlock or anybody else in my circle. You can bring it up to me.
That is funny, though.
It's unbelievable.
You know what happened to that guy after the Trouble show?
Hopefully a stray car got him.
He went home in a box full of throw up.
So there you are.
God. Man, oh man, that is I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know if I should be honored that people are arguing about me outside or what.
Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Hey, this is Joe. Chris, I have a problem with you because I heard through one of your old shows that you really didn't like clam chowder. Now, is that true? I'd really like to take this up with you.
Well, there might be some truth to that. It depends on what it's attached to.
Oh, there you go. I'll hang up before you hang up.
So look at people taking you to tax, man.
He got me.
You know what I like the most doing the classic metal show?
What?
Is when people take issue about something that we said.
Really?
It's just like, yeah, and?
Yeah, go ahead. Bring
I
it on.
don't like your opinion, man.
Okay. I didn't know I was here to make it to appease you.
I don't like your opinion, man, and you better shut your cake hole.
Yeah, I do love that too. That you should either agree with me or you're stupid and wrong.
Awesome.
Thank you, Eric.
Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that next time I see you out at a show, I'm going to fight you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hail and kill, boys. I'll call it later.
All right, thanks.
Night.
I'm going to fight you.
Fight you.
You're looking for a fight, pal.
Well, if you want to be like this guy, you should tell me that you're going to fight Bill Peters next time you see me.
Right.
Jeez.
Here, give this to Chris next time you see him. Where's your punching clip? There. That'll teach him. You pass that on to him, Bill.
Hey, Bill, you know Chris, right? And tell him it's from me.
I love that.
You know what, Bill? I got a message for you to deliver to Chris Aiken.
A big fistful. That's how I like it. A full plate of metal.
That's right. Now, see you. That's a well-placed clip right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
I gotta get a high five.
Oh, thank you, Eric.
That's funny. All right. Well, so there you are. No matter where we go, whether we're actually there or not, somehow you or I are an issue. Thanks for checking out the best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.